FEMA Chief Deanne Criswell stops in New Orleans to urge people to plan now for hurricane season.
As Sabrina Wilson reports, her plea comes as the annual National Hurricane Conference is also underway in New Orleans and as Louisiana faces an insurance crisis.
Hurricane Ida. Life along the Gulf Coast comes with the threat of storms that may gain strength rapidly.
We really have to challenge people and ourselves to be ready to react with as little as 2 days notice in some of these storms that are intensifying very close to land.
So FEMA's Chief Deanne Criswell joined the acting director of the National Hurricane Center and the director of Louisiana's Governor's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness in urging everyone to prepare now for hurricane season, which officially starts June 1st.
With this increase in the types of severe weather events that we are seeing, we as an emergency management community, we have to adapt.
Those that require electricity for medical devices and things like that, those vulnerable communities and pockets of our state are where we want to spend the majority of our time focusing. And those families that can evacuate themselves, those families that can take care of themselves with food and water and those sorts of things, that relieves the pressure off of the system.
Criswell says FEMA is ready to pre-position resources ahead of hurricane threats, and discussions take place with energy providers.
Absolutely.
Hurricane season approaches as Louisiana is in the midst of an insurance crisis. Some Louisianans say premiums are unaffordable.
So I do have concerns, right, to your question of if there are an increase in the number of uninsured people for whatever disaster it might be, it means that they're going to have greater needs after that event passes. And so we do want to encourage everybody to do that checkup, see what your insurance policy covers.
Of course, as hurricane season approaches, a lot of people have seen their premiums for flood insurance go up, something I asked the FEMA administrator about.
It's a great question, and what we have seen over the last decade is a decline in insurance policies.
Criswell defends FEMA's Risk Rating 2.0 methodology, which she says is designed to make flood insurance premiums more equitable.
We have seen already to date 20% of our policies that have actually had a reduction in their premiums. But we are also seeing people that are having increases. I get that. But that also tells me that they did not potentially fully understand what their risk is.
And FEMA Chief Deanne Criswell says what concerns her most ahead of this year's hurricane season is the large number of people who've moved to areas that experience severe weather threats over the last several years. She says FEMA wants to make sure they know the actions they should take to protect themselves and their families.